Call the member for Solomon to continue.
Thanks, Deputy Speaker. Not all Australians are equal, and we know that from those opposite and the way that they hand out billions in subsidies to big corporations and the very wealthy. About $100 billion a year in this government's October budget for subsidies to big corporations and the very wealthy. And we know that during the pandemic, as the motion from the member for Melbourne notes, the wealth of Australia's billionaires grew by up to 50%. So that actually makes me quite ill, Mr Deputy Speaker, that whilst many were going in, dipping into their super, dipping into their retirement savings to keep their businesses afloat, to keep their families going, billionaires grew their wealth up to 50%. Now, it's true, as the member for Fenner mentioned, that many billionaires in this country became exponentially more wealthy, and it's fair to say that the corporations that they were running or that they own significant amounts of did not need that level of support that was provided by JobKeeper, especially considering that 1/3 of Australia's biggest corporations pay no tax. None. Now, that is in itself extraordinary and evidence that under those opposite, the coalition federal government, Australians are not all treated equally. If you're very wealthy, if you happen to be a billionaire, you'll do pretty well. And they won't make you pay back JobKeeper if you've been using that assistance from the Australian taxpayer to pay your dividends, to pay executive bonuses. They're not interested in reaping back some of that money, which could keep some businesses afloat come the end of this month, when small businesses in Australia will go to the wall, when Australians will lose their jobs. Will the funding that could be taken back from those companies that made huge profits, didn't need the JobKeeper, that funding could literally keep heaps of small businesses around this country afloat. But those opposite, the coalition federal government, the Morrison government, aren't interested in doing that. They would rather just keep looking after their billionaire mates. And that is not the politics of envy, that is a fact, that they're going to throw small businesses under a bus because they refuse to make those big corporations pay any tax at all, and refuse to take back the JobKeeper that some of these companies don't need in order to help those small businesses that do. And I think it's a national shame. As a member for Fenner also mentioned, they hounded people in my electorate, in all honourable members' electorate, for under the robo-debt, hounded them for owing money when they really didn't owe money. The people that owe money to these companies that didn't need the JobKeeper and need to pay it back.
The member's time has expired.